Hello.
Hi. Welcome back to Bob and Chantel's show.
Bob and Chantel show, of course, filmed in the car with cows in the back.
Or the Chantel and Bob show. Whichever.
Does us have an S ring to it? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
This might slip out of my hand because my hand cream. Okay, what are we talking about today? We are talking about
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. We're reviewing Frankenstein, the very original one, and Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to start? So the story about me is I've seen bits of these movies. Surprisingly, haven't really seen them fully. Still loved the story of it and was always obsessed. I saw Young Frankenstein. That was my introduction to...
Her favorite reference is Young Frankenstein, which is ironic because it's funny that like the parody is the one that people... Like, that's the one... I've seen Young Frankenstein 400 times. Like, I've seen it way more times than the original Frankenstein or Bride, too. And I think there's a lot of people like that have just never even seen it. But anyway, yeah. So there's that.
So, yeah, that's where we're going with, is we're reviewing the movies. Bob, do you want to start with, like, your review? Although you've seen the movie, like, probably many times.
Yeah, I think... The original is really awesome and it's groundbreaking, but you can see how like primitive filmmaking was back then. And then you can see that it was like such a hit that they did Bride right after. And there was and it was like Frankenstein, but it was like better. Like they learned all their lessons from it.
Yeah. Oh, and we've also recently seen Victor Frankenstein 2,
which was a piece of crap. Which was
crappy. It was like, what, 2007? I don't remember. It was like a newer one that took like, some their own creative royalties.
They literally, like, they didn't get it. Like, you have one job. You have one job. The monster is the people, is the humans. It's not the monster. And then that one, it was like, Victor Frankenstein's the best. He's like the coolest.
The best guy ever, like, deserves to be the hero. But, okay, well, yeah. So we're going to back to the good ones. The good ones. Okay, so should I say what I think?
Yeah, sorry. I was
the review. I didn't want you to be cut off in case you had more to say.
Nope. Well, I mean,
Well, so I really liked Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. I thought they were really fantastic. They were a little rushed, if I'm being honest. It was a great story, but again, I didn't like, and I think we both agree, like they changed some names. Like Victor Frankenstein had his name was Henry.
Yeah, why? We don't know. And his best friend was Victor.
And that was really confusing. And then in the Bride of Frankenstein, they changed his love interest to a totally different woman, even though it was the same girl. Different actress, sorry. But it was like supposed to be the same woman.
Character, yeah.
Same character. And so that was confusing. The thing I don't like with Frankenstein is they need to be more true to the story of the book, but I get that they're like trying to make it, I don't know.
But one of the coolest parts was how they had the scene with Mary Shelley and Lord Byron and Percy, or whatever his name is, at the beginning. And Mary Shelley was played by Elsa Lanchester, is her name, or something like that?
Yeah.
Who played the bride. So that's like that's like one of the coolest parts of Bride of Frankenstein, besides the actual bride and the scene with the blind guy.
The scene with the blind guy, even though it's not meant to be funny in the original, it's perfect. And
like, it's funny because it's like, I'm like, Chantel, wait till you see this scene, like, because of the famous scene
in Young Frankenstein
with Gene Hackman as the blind guy.
Well, and I think I love the second Bride of Frankenstein more. Just there was more action, and there was just like the story was a little bit.
I think it's
a little fuller.
It's like a comedy. Like they're just like like overact, like the crazy Nielsen or whatever her name was, who they obviously based Fro Blücher on.
Yeah, oh my god, it was, yeah, the second one was so much more exciting. The first one was a good base, almost like they could just be one whole movie.
Yeah.
That's the take
They're
on
totally like Frankenstein Part 1 and 2. Like,
yeah, and they never really developed a story of the monster enough in any of these Frankenstein movies so far. Like, they never really get into him enough and like what he goes through, and even in the book he goes through so much more, and there's so much more to him and the monster that they never get into, and they just kind of like end it. It feels like it's just ended so quickly. But in the end, I don't like the ending, because I felt like, again, Victor Frankenstein is still kind of looked at as like a hero with no repercussions.
Yeah, he's kind of like a good guy in the second one. Like, the monster's like, you go.
Yeah, he let him go. He let him survive, and then there was the other guy. What's the other guy's name?
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that psycho.
The psycho in
Dr. Pretorius or whatever, or Praetorian or whatever, who is like totally like makes those little miniature people and stuff.
Oh
like,
my gosh!
Like, what the hell is that? Like, I don't know. I just love how, yeah, it's kind of crazy like that. But all I want to, like, we're gonna do a review of Benicio del Toro's Frankenstein, because I'm gonna be super critical of that.
Ooh, right. Yes. So this is like our like we needed to rewatch all the other ones to give the newer one a proper.
Did I already say that I think that they should make a big budget new Frankenstein movie, but with Boris Karloff
style
makeup, like effects? Did I already say that? Because that's my theory.
I think like, you have at some point.
Just make it look like Boris Karloff. Make it look like Frankenstein. That's Frankenstein. Like.
That's Frankenstein.
Why do they always think that they can do better, and then it just looks like a dopey guy with like silly putty all over his face, you know? Right? Am I wrong? Like Boris Karloff. Like, you can't do better. It's so... Why do these guys think, I can do better than that? It's like, no, you can't.
No.
Like, oh, let's make Batman, but we'll take off his ears and anything that makes him look like Batman. Anyway.
Swear to me. Sorry. That was Christian Bale. Okay, so the other thing is, like, so that the crazy character, whatever, Dr. Prometheus or whatever his name is, I actually thought, my take on it too is that he could have been, they could have like left him out and made Victor Frankenstein like that crazy instead. I don't know if that's like a good idea or not, but he was kind of an interesting addition. Like, why was he so... I didn't know this other person was so involved. Then again, I'm still reading the audiobook of the original Frankenstein, okay, guys? So I'm filling myself in on the proper story so that I can...
So next review, we'll do the Benicio del Toro one. Maybe we'll watch another Frankenstein, an old one or something. And then Chantel's review of the book.
Of the book. Oof, that book is heavy. It's heavy, it's long, there's a lot of big words. It's actually so beautifully written by like a 19-year-old. Friggin' Mary Shelley.
Genius.
Wow, like I can't even, the language in it is almost like so old school that it's hard to like grasp some of it. It's so
lots of fancy words.
And it's just so, it's written like almost like like poetry. Like, it's written like poetry. I think was the whole point back then, right? Is the way they talked and the way they lived. It was like a lot of poetic stuff. Yeah,
but not like us, bunch of freaking hicks.
Yeah, but I liked Frank. I'll always love monster movies, always. And we always know that the monster movies are all about the humans are the monster and not the monster itself, which is like a really obvious theme. I just think also it has a lot to do with like people in society, like you said, people in society that are left out, whether you have disabilities or queer people and stuff. Like, it can relate to how those people are like pushed out of society, and that's what the creature represents. But also, like, I don't know, there's just something cool about the way they made movies back then. That's why I think Del Toro's is going to be one to check out, because it's going to be very... Except for the style of it. The style...
We shall see.
I think the style of the creature is different, though. I think his style of filming is really old school, but the style of the creature is still... I'm not sure. I haven't seen a full view of him yet.
Yeah.
We've only seen tidbits, and so far
I'm going to be critical. Chantel's going to...
I don't even know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I hope it's awesome. I hope it's like so awesome. But I feel like it's gonna be like Hellboy, Frankenstein. No. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go in with an open mind. But I do think that, if I'm being honest, out of all the Frankensteins I've seen so far, Young Frankenstein is still my top favorite. I know that sounds crazy.
It's interesting how Young Frankenstein is like, like for Frankenstein movies, like it's like a parody and like a comedy, but it's one of like the best Frankenstein movies, if not like arguably the best one. Like it's kind of the best one. Like, which one's better? Like, I know the original is the original. You can't beat the original.
Yeah.
People, you know, say Empire Strikes Back is better than Star Wars. It's like, but like without Star Wars, you can't, you know what I mean? It's like the original's the original. You can't touch it. But like Bride is kind of better than Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And, you know, like Young Frankenstein is kind of, it's like, what's a better Frankenstein movie?
Yeah, it's
we gotta watch the Kenneth Branagh one because that's like the closest to the book,
okay.
apparently.
Well, we have more Frankensteins to watch and review.
We're Frankenstein crazy.
It's Halloween season. We're really getting into watching the classics. So we're probably going to be watching Dracula, and we're probably going to be watching The Creature from the Black Lagoon, of course, our personal favorite, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Wolfman.
We got to review all these things so that we can. I need to rehash them because, like, I feel like a lot of the times for me, there's some of them that I've seen. Like, I'm sure I've seen a bit of it when I was younger and then bits and pieces sometimes, but I, like, really need to see them again because I don't remember or I need a refresher, so. But yeah, overall, Frankenstein deserves a place with all the Universal monsters.
It's a classic.
Right? High five?
Yeah. And, like, yeah, like Boris Karloff, like, just making you feel sad for the monster when it's like 1931 and like they just started making movies or whatever. It's like, it's pretty good. Like
yeah, and you really do. You feel like, I know the monsters
awesome.
Apparently supposed to have a criminal brain, but you feel for him because he had no choice over the brain they put inside of him.
He gets a little hot-headed and just kills people.
Is that the part of me that wishes, like, how it happened in Young Frankenstein? I wish they could have given him part of his brain to mellow him out. That I kind of wish was like a real thing in the original videos.
Yeah.
That was so brilliant, the way he was like, okay, we'll give him some of my brain and it'll make him a calmer person.
Yeah, they gotta do a remake of the original Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, with like make a remake of those movies with like bigger budget and stuff. Like, don't make it crazy where he's like knows karate and he's like Jason Bourne.
No,
but like,
yeah.
make it that, like, I don't know.
Also, okay, when they made the bride and she was scared of the monster, I was like, oh, like, it made me feel really annoyed because I was like, I know, because she kind of looks more quote unquote human.
But she doesn't even know if she's a monster. She just wakes up and she sees this freaky dude.
She just doesn't even, like, she doesn't even know, and that's why she's reacting that way. But you're like, Frankenstein, I mean, the monster just wants a friend.
That's why you don't try and set people up on dates. Right? Except for us.
What is the moral of Frankenstein is A, don't mess with dead things. B, don't set up two monsters thinking it's going to work out and upset the other monster, and now they're going to be alone forever. And C,
the people are the true monsters.
The people are the true monsters. And that's legit. And cows are really cute. I can't. Oh, sorry. Can you see those cows in the back?
Cows.
I tried to, like, zoom in on them, but it really wasn't working out.
Okay, stay tuned for part 2.
Part 2 when we watch...
Whoa, 14 minutes?
Del Toro. Oh, this is long. Okay, have a great day, everyone.